Hello Aries, and welcome to your January 2019 tarot reading. I'm Jade with yesYesYes. Thanks for coming to my channel. I'm going to do a spread for you today, but first I'm going to talk about the overalls from the whole year. So it's going to be the underlying energies as they were when we talked about the whole year. And let me first say thank you for your likes and your shares and your subscribes. I really appreciate it. And if you're interested in having a reading, or always, just leave me a comment. I'd love to hear more from you. But there's more information in the box below about the decks and about me and about my website and all that. So thanks for coming, and let's get to it. So first I'm going to talk about your Mythical Shaman Oracle card. This is the year energy, and your year energy is the sun. So this is powerful for you, Aries, because you are a fire sign and you are guided by that energy. This is a year for you to get out and make things happen. Your creativity is high and your energy is high this year. So hopefully every month we'll be kind of looking into how do we make sure that we keep your energy and your creativity high and out in the world, right? So you're sharing it with the world this year. So that is great energy. Now, specifically for January, you are sitting in the 7 of Cups. So there's a little bit of disappointment. There could be some choices or some indecision, and then there's also some illusion with this card, or delusion with this card. And it has to do with this card from the Lenormand deck. It's a new beginning. So perhaps you were hoping for a new beginning in a situation. It could be a love situation. It could be a work situation. We'll find out more. But with it being the Cups, that's the question. But there was a hope for a new beginning, and it might have been something that was, it didn't quite pan out the way in which you were envisioning it to be. Or honestly, it was a little, it was a fantasy trying to get it back together, but we'll see. So to do your spread today, I'm going to use the Klimt Tarot. I have pre-shuffled, but I'll do a few more here. We're going to start with, again, underlying energies, what you're bringing forward in January of 2019. And then we'll talk about present and what energies you're currently in and how those are shifting, what the future is bringing, okay? So here we are, Aries, January 2019. What energies are coming through for Aries? We have the Knight of Swords. So there's some clear communication coming through. It could be somebody who's external to you, or it could be you taking on this energy. This is air sign energy, so it's Gemini, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Sorry, there's a cat meowing in the background. So we'll see if it's related to this situation, okay? The next, I have 2 cards here. So we have the Knave of Chalices. This is a page in this deck. So it's a small emotional offer. And we have the 8 of Chalices. So it's a walking away or needing to walk away, okay? So perhaps this, what was being offered to you was not all of what you wanted, right? It's not the full scope of what you were envisioning. So I'm feeling like it's an emotional offer. I feel like there was some clear understanding that it was not going to be all that you wanted it to be. It's like you wanted to move in with somebody and they just wanted to become monogamous. Now, that's not a terrible thing, but it's not the offer that you wanted, right? So you wanted to take a bigger step than someone else was wanting to. The other thing, and I don't think that that's necessarily a reason to walk away, but the other thing is if we take it to the extreme, you were hoping for a reconciliation. We had a lot of that energy with the Venus in retrograde and then coming direct. There was a lot of talk about reconciliation. So there were hopes for reconciliation, and it didn't come through, okay? And it was, maybe you got an apology with this very small offer. but this is someone who's not grown into their emotional maturity yet. You want a king of water or chalices. You don't want the page. So because this person's not stepping up in the way in which you need, because they're not living up to the desire, the vision that you want for yourself, you're going to move on. Okay, you're moving on from this, or you have moved on from this in the past. Okay, I'm going to clarify this just to see if there's anything more, but I think that's pretty clear, because this is speaking definitely to someone's specific story. 3 of Cups. So perhaps there was more than one person involved. Perhaps there was, you know, it was one of those like Ross and Rachel situations where you were on a break and then there was a celebration or a party. One thing led to another. And then, you know, oops, I thought we were on a break, but really we weren't, and it's time to move on. But basically, what I'm seeing here is that it wasn't serving you anyway to kind of keep hope alive for this situation to work itself out, or for this person to come back, because they're not coming back because they've either moved on with somebody else, or there was always somebody else in the picture, or and again, third-party situations, that could be that this person is a workaholic and that their job is the third party, or that this person is being pulled on by their family, and so their family situation is the third party. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean that there's another love interest. So just keep that in mind, but there's definitely not just the 2 players here, okay? I want to get one more, possibly 2. It's coming through, the 9 of Swords. So this energy of anxiety, being up late at night, not feeling comfortable, not knowing what's going on. This is what was going on, and you didn't want to admit it to yourself. You didn't want to see it. You didn't want to say, yeah, that's the truth and I need to move on. Sometimes we really want that new beginning. We really keep hope alive, and it's if one person can make a relationship work, there would be a lot better relationships out there. But for the most part, it's a 2-party, you know, you 2 people have to work it together. If it's even a multiple situation where there's many couples involved, and there's more parties involved, then it's even more people have to be involved in keeping the relationship going. So just keep in mind that whatever this was, it's obviously not serving you. It wasn't serving you, and you've moved on from it. King of Wands. So now, stepping forward clearly into a new path, and it's like you've left the emotion behind, right? So you know, and I don't know, it feels like it's not necessarily healed yet. It feels like you just stepped away from the emotion and you said, look, this hurts too much for right now. I'm going to step away from this. I'm going to move on, and I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to shut off my emotions for right now. And try to heal, okay? So I'm sorry to hear about this, Aries, that there was this situation that you just kind of needed to get out of. And so in order to get out of it, you turned yourself into the King of Wands, which if you have to move forward, that is the king to do it with, okay? That is the energy to take on. So it's creative, it's action, it's moving towards the next best thing, even though the emotions aren't involved. That's okay. You had to get out of there, and that was the way to do it, okay? So now let's move into the present. Let's see what's going on for Aries in January 2019. First card, 5 of Pentacles. So you're feeling outside of this situation, or you're feeling outside of many situations. Maybe you took yourself out, not only off of the books in, you know, being social, and now you're feeling, okay, I've been not social for a while, I'm feeling disconnected. We have the 4 of Wands, trying to create a foundation for yourself, a new foundation. This might have been a marriage. It might have been something where it just came tumbling down, and it was something, or even more, it looked like you wanted to get married, and you were hoping for an engagement, and it went south. This is hard. This is hard energy to move through, but I think that you are choosing the right way to take care of yourself and moving through it. Let's get some more for present for Aries 2019. Okay, we've got 2 cards coming out. The Queen of Pentacles. So you're choosing the energy of a nurturing, loving, grounded queen, right? Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles she's like Mother Earth, right? So you've taken yourself out of playing this game, this love game, whatever it was that didn't work out. You've separated yourself emotionally. You're licking your wounds. You're trying to rebuild a solid structure in your own personal life because, you know, everything has shifted, right? When we make those huge choices, it's as if, you know, the foundation. So you didn't have a tower moment because you chose to leave. So congratulations, Aries, you're way ahead of the game. Especially for me, I'm really good at tower moments. But you took on this Queen of Pentacles energy, or there's a female energy that's coming towards you that's supportive and nurturing of you, a maternal energy that is going to help you heal from this past. And then finally we have the Four of Pentacles. So staying strong, counting all of, you know, you're gathering your things, right? And you're holding them tight. These are the things that I have that I can count on, right? And they're physical in nature because your emotions have been shot. You're trying to move forward. And the only thing right now that you can count on are what you can physically see in your life, okay? I get that. That makes sense. It makes sense for a breakup. It makes sense for starting new. And, you know, it's January. So yeah, starting new it's the time to do it. So let's clarify. We have the Four of Swords. So you're taking a rest, you're relaxing. We have two fours in the present tense. I'm sorry, we have three fours in the present tense. So there's something about taking time for yourself. It's about building, no, not even. It's about maintaining a structure that's safe, right? Putting yourself in a box. I'm creating this box shape. You're building your own nest again. This is a nest for you. This is you taking care of you in the present tense, okay? What else do we have for Aries for 2019 in January? We have the Ace of Chalices and the Queen of Chalices. So we are able to start emotionally over. Good. Okay, there's a queen energy here. You have two queen energies in the present. So that means that there's a lot of nurturing. Either you're giving it to yourself, someone outside of you is giving you the nurturing that you're needing. But now we're in the emotions. Now we're back to healing and feeling and healing what's coming up, okay? So if you allow the emotions to come up from whatever it is that you're healing from, you can start over. Now we know that, okay? Let the cup runneth over, right? Let the tears flow, let it all out so that you can empty the cup of that old icky stuff, and you can begin to put in new things, okay? The Queen is here to support you, or if you're taking on this energy, what it is you're remembering your personal power in this, in that you can choose to feel this situation as a depth where it was a personal affront, like you have been, you know, you can take it personally. What I mean is that, you know, you can hold that resentment, or you could let it go and you can choose to feel another way. And the Queen is really good at this. She has the understanding and the compassion to feel love for herself first and then others. So it's up to you to decide if it's your choice. It's up for you to decide to feel hurt by another or to choose to feel something else. And definitely going through the processes of grieving. I'm not saying skip over that. You know, I don't want you to stay in that King of Wands energy. Being where you are right now is perfect for you. Let me see if there's anything else that wants to come out for the present before we move on. So for Aries in the present, anything else with these energies? The wheel, it's changing for you. Okay, so I feel what's great, Aries, is that you're not going to let other things create the life for you. You take charge of your own life. You are the action. You know, you are the first sign in the whole lineup, and you jump forward right away. You know, you're out of the gates. This is life. This is me doing my life. You know, get out of my way, if you need to say that. If you're feeling through these feelings and you allow them to change, everything will change, okay? You're gonna start the whole cycle over again. It never has to get to this point, and I'm not sure what brought this point, because, you know, that's the past. Do we really need to go there? But what's coming up is change for you. What's coming up is that you've taken your power back, you're feeling through all of this, you're processing through, you're getting the rest, you're building foundations for yourself, building a new home and a new nest for yourself, so that then a new beginning can take place. You know, we had an emotional beginning, but now we also have the wheel, which is everything spinning in the right direction now, okay? So coming up for you, okay? Coming up for Aries, we have the Ace of Wands. So it's a new creative or a new action forward. Again, you're very much in your sign here. This is, this is your element, it's fire element. But you are feeling more like yourself and you feel as if you can start again, okay? So this is not gonna take you down, and it's not gonna take you down for long. So I don't know if you were in this energy of trying to break out of this relationship for a while, but your process through it, you're doing it in the most healthy of ways, actually, and you're moving through it, it seems to be quickly, okay? 3 of Chalices. So you're building not only, and that's the, you know, that's our cups in this suit, you're not only building you're not only taking new action in your life, but I said 3, I'm sorry, this is the 5. 5 of Chalices. Okay, so you're taking action, new action in your life, and what's happening is you still may be looking back a bit, like not feeling like it's completely the right way to go, but even though you're taking the action, it may feel like a misstep. It may feel like you know, you're just doing it in order to heal because you know you need to do it. It may not be the best choice, okay? We'll see, we'll clarify a little bit more, but I feel like, you know, that 5 is not giving you the satisfaction emotionally that you were hoping for, okay? And this is just what's coming up. Let's see what else there is. For Aries, we've got the 10 of Chalices. Well, if it didn't for long. How about that? So you're moving forward, and again, quickly. So in the future, what we've got is we have a new action. We've got a new course of action that you're taking. You've decided, I'm going to wrap up this emotional, you know, feeling of being abandoned or it not working out. I'm moving on, and even though it may not feel good, I'm moving on to much better things. I'm gonna have a clear vision, and I'm gonna provide myself this in the future. Providing yourself with all of the emotional support and stability that you could ever need, and you don't have to rely on another person to give it to you. It's easy when we're in relationship to become complacent and to look at that we're giving emotional support to each other. Well, yes, we do that, but we can't rely upon each other to do that. And I think that breaking all that off and shuffling it around and really getting back down into the grit of who you are and how you really feel about life, and living out your destiny, right? So this is just one ladder rung upon you living your destiny this year, okay? So this is some emotional crap, I get it. But you are moving through this and you're keeping a clear eye on the prize, Aries. Okay, let's clarify a few more. 3 of Swords, okay? Yes, there's grief and loss and sorrow, okay? Yes, that's natural with the emotions. What else do we have? We have the Empress. This is Taurus and Libra energy, so it's Venus energy. but there's something new coming. You're birthing something new. Something's growing within you, and we just have to get out of the way in order to nurture it. Okay, so keep within your emotions. That's what it seems like. Your power is when you feel your feelings and you allow them to transform. If you stay in the place that you're comfortable with as an Aries of doing and creating and being, you're missing out on all the healing and all of the change that this whole situation has brought to you, okay? This all happened for a reason, and it happened because you needed to feel through it. You needed to decide, I don't like that. I do like this. I want to be treated like this way. I don't want to be treated that way. You know, whatever those things are. But you're going to have to release, and this is a process. I'm not expecting this in a month. I couldn't do this in a month. It takes me a very long time to get over things. My rule of thumb is that, I don't know if I should share this, but for as long as the relationship lasts, my emotions take that long to kind of unravel from them. It's a 1-to-1 ratio for me. Everybody has a different timeline. Respect your timeline, love yourself for your timeline, but just know that there are creative, beautiful, new potential things for you when you sit in this emotional stuff and you allow it to move through you, okay? Ooh, I feel like it's this card, the Hanged Man. Okay, so try not to be stagnant. Try not to be, oh, look at that. The Emperor comes out right behind it. There we go. This is your power. Well, let's balance it, okay? So we have Empress and Emperor. The Three of Swords and the Hangman are stagnant. It's not helping you, okay? I don't care the order that they came out. These are the things that will help you move forward. Remembering that you have so much that's being birthed, and when you're in your power here as the Emperor, Aries, this is you. When you are in your power as the strong creator, as well as the nurturing, compassionate self-love, those two things that you're able to move forward with in January, this is going to set your tone for the rest of the year, okay? I want to give you one more card, which is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. This deck is beautiful. This is only just for this month. We'll see what other things we could learn from it here, okay? For Aries in January 2019. Here you go. The Medicine Wheel. Yes, Paco. Paco's saying that he approves. The Medicine Wheel. So the Medicine Wheel is about a balance, and it's about a journey. And I've pulled this enough now, I think I can tell you I can tell it to you without using the book. The number is 3 and 5, so that turns into an 8. So an 8 is about recognizing the self, and also it's a mastery number, right? It's the infinity, right? So so getting to a place where you can master this journey. You want to master the journey of all of the elements, okay? What that means is that you want to look, you want to see where you are. You want to feel through that, okay? We've been talking about that. You want to decide if you like it or not and what you want to do about it, and then you take the action to do it, okay? So it's looking at the situation, feeling what it feels like, deciding what you want to do about it or not about it, and then in your own power as the Emperor, in your own power, what are you going to do about it? And then doing it, okay? So that's what I have for you, Aries. I'm sorry it's a tough start, but I think that there's a lot of amazing stuff that this is gonna open up for the rest of your year, okay? So you got to dig in and get there, get through it. I know you can. I have a lot of love for Aries. So if you resonate, please like, share, subscribe. Drop me a comment if you have any questions, or if you want to second what I'm saying in here, what I'm feeling from you. Otherwise, I'm wishing you all the best, and I'm sending you all my love.